Hi, my name's Nathan Cooper, and you're watching the In Deep on the Delta weekly fishing report for June 2nd. We're gonna get into the river conditions for the Delta this week. The water temp has been hovering from 74 to 76 degrees. The clarity has been from 4 to 6 feet. So very similar conditions to what we had last week. The weather was a little bit nicer this week. It's been in the 80s and 90s, and the wind has been dying down a little bit, making it easier to fish. The striper report really hasn't changed much. It's still excellent. There's a ton of good fish in the system. There's still a ton of fairly large fish in the system. They're still eating the same thing, a chatterbait in 2 to 3 feet of water, craw-colored rattle traps, weed flats. I'm hearing some very good reports. Alan Fong fished around the Rio Vista area on Monday, and he said he had 50 fish by 8 o'clock in the morning, and they had several that were in that double-digit range. So that sounds like a lot of fun to me. And that's about it on the stripers. Get at them while you can, because right now we're kind of on borrowed time, but it's still red hot. It's still worth getting out there and looking for them. Now, onto the bass report. The bass report is very similar to last week. We're seeing more fry, and the fish are a little bit more aggressive. A chatterbait is still a major player. I haven't heard as much about the Cinco bite, but I'm sure it's still there, and there's still punch fish to be had, but I haven't gotten a ton of reports on the punch fish either. What's changed is the topwater bite. The topwater bite has really turned on. That window that I was talking about last week, where it was only maybe 20 minutes in the morning for a couple of bites, that's extended out to almost an hour and a half now in the mornings. So the buzzbait has been getting big fish, not a lot of numbers, but if you stick with it, you got a chance at a very, very large fish. The popper has been getting good numbers, and you know, occasionally a big fish or two has been coming on them, but the frog has been the real winner this week. The frog bite is on fire. The fish are being extremely aggressive towards frogs. I've been hearing frogs with white bellies have been working very good. Ted stuck a 8-4 this morning, so this is Tuesday, and I've been hearing that there are fry everywhere now, pretty much throughout the Delta. So we've gotten into kind of a later post-spawn pattern. You're gonna wanna take that frog and work it slowly. They're still not hitting it on a real fast retrieve, but you wanna give it pauses. You wanna work it really tight next to cover. The fish have been near isolated cover and near hard cover. So near riprap, or where riprap turns into tules, or where you have a small isolated patch of tules, or around any kind of stumps, pilings, pipes. You're gonna wanna really focus on those areas and just work your frog slowly around those areas and wait for an explosion. I've been hearing nothing but just massive, hard topwater strikes. So hold on to your rod. That is, and the frog bites have been coming in like 4 to 6 feet of water, depending on where you're at. So look for that hard structure, work the frog slowly, and if you're gonna throw a buzzbait, stick with it. I'm sure you're gonna catch some big fish this week. Lots of reports, lots of numbers. Drop shot has also been working excellent. Not as many big fish, but a lot of fish. I've been hearing Morning Dawn and Margarita Mutilator. So midday, or if you're trying to fill out your limit, a drop shot is sure to do that right now. Now, I wanted to get into a few more reports that I've been hearing. Alan Fong also mentioned that the kokanee bite has been red hot, especially at Stampede, but I guess all the lakes that have kokanee in them have been just red hot lately. That bite's really turned on. Early limits, it's only taking a little while of trolling to get them. I had some smoked kokanee this weekend, and I can tell you those suckers are good. So if that's something you've been interested in doing, I highly recommend you get out there and give it a shot. The other thing, the halibut in the bay has been excellent, and the tides are looking pretty good this weekend. You might even be able to catch some on a swim bait, but if you've been thinking about booking a charter, this weekend would be a very good time to get out on one of the charter boats and put some meat in the freezer. Rockfish and lingcod has also been excellent, and I wanted to conclude this report with a little bit of footage that I took this last weekend. So check it out. Oh, you mother! Come back, mother. Oh, there we go. Got him. Oh, yes! Yeah! Guys, I hope you enjoyed that footage as much as I did. Don't worry, not too much equipment was lost on that little tumble, and the weather was awesome. I had a great trip, and man, I love getting out there on the ocean in my kayak. It's really so much fun. And I haven't gotten too many updates yet from my dad. The weather has been a little bit sour. They actually had some tornado warnings, and it's been pouring rain the last couple days. But I'm sure by next week I'll have some pictures of some big smallmouth for you. They've been catching fish. I just know that service has been spotty, and I haven't gotten too many updates yet. So please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next week.